What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the LUAU show. I sort of changed the name. We went from like weekly giveaways, and then we've sort of gone to the weekly giveaway live event to what we're just going to call this quote unquote the LUAU show, right? I like it. We're going to do giveaways. We're going to have guests, and a very big guest tonight because we're going to have Nick from Bands for Arms join us. So you all know Nick from Mystery Boxes. You all know he owns a shop in California. You all know he makes the bands, right? But I don't think you know all the things that this man does, whether it be Hollywood and giving back and everything he does. So it's your eyes opportunity to sort of ask him any questions that you have, get to know him a little better, get to know all the things that he does, which I think is really cool. Let me see if I can bring up the Chatteroony and we can say hello to some people. And yes. All right, so let's see who we got. Nikki, Sweetie, how are you? Jeremy, Tats, Ness, Ivy Poppin, Craig, John Lockwood, how are you? Yo, Jay Collects, what is going on, Yo, Jay? Big shouts out to anyone that came to join me last Monday for the Whatnot auction. It was a lot of fun. 4+ hours, a lot of stuff. I think Logan said we sold the most expensive pop ever in Whatnot history. I like that. The Freddy, which was cool. Sold a lot of the NYCC pops. It was a lot of fun. It takes a lot out of me. It really honestly does. Everything is shipped. Everything is on the way to everyone that won. 162 or 63 items in that 4-hour time span. It was busy. It was busy. I will come back and do it again, and we are already scheduled. It's going to happen on Thanksgiving Eve night. So Wednesday, whatever that is, the 24th or whatever of November at 9 p.m., we will be back with you again. And I don't know if I could top it. Every single one I've been able to top. I'm not sure I could top that one. That one just where it may be down as the best that I ever may be able to pull off. But we'll have some cool stuff. Join me then, and definitely check out all the other auctions that are happening this week. From Yo J Collects, JJ Gloucester, the big Halloween event coming up with Pop King Paul and House of 1,000 Pops, and loads and loads of other people going to come to it. Top Pops is coming with an auction soon. So very, very cool. And speaking of special guests, I think it's in 2 weeks. I'm going to have Logan. I'm trying to get Grant. So from Whatnot, we'll be here on a Sunday night. So that will be a lot of fun. And then get ready because next week we're bringing some fire as well with a special guest. In fact, I'm going to open a little package from him right now without cutting myself. Let us see. Congratulations to anyone that got the Funko Shop. Got Cutie Corn, a Hollywood exclusive. That was very cool. Also, the Woody Woodpecker soda. So these are blind pin bags from one of the best. He's going to join me next Sunday night. I'm talking about the bearded pop hunter, the beard. Check him out. And he sent me blind pins. So very cool. He sells his pins on Etsy, which I really love. And this is the first one. Hard enamel on this one, I believe, too. So very, very cool. He has another one that will be dropping on November 1st. And the second one, ooh, I have both of these. But there is the second one. Very, very cool. And again, it is breast cancer awareness. So again, big shouts out to the bearded pop hunter. Another one of his awesome pins. And looking forward to his November one. Should be a lot of fun. All right. Also, if you are a channel member of the channel, stay tuned because this coming Thursday night at approximately 10:30, I haven't said it exactly, we will bring you the October members only live event. So you have to be a channel member to be a participant or to get the notification when the video is. It's a live event. We'll join you for about an hour on Thursday night. We're going to give some stuff away. One of the things we'll give away, how about a brand new Joker's Wild Batman pin? We have one of those going out. We also have one of these. How about the box Entertainment box lunch, or not box lunch, Simpsons Treehouse of Horror set. We're gonna give one of those away and a lot of other cool stuff. So if you are a channel member, look for it on Thursday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okie dokie. So before we get into weekly giveaways and Nick comes to join us, we always want to give thanks to the patrons and the channel members of the channel, and we do that with a very special video. And all right, cool. Always like well, you know, fun little thing we like to do. Also, SmyCon happening tonight. Hopefully, you guys were able to hit on some SmyCon stuff. We did play on the box last week, which was one of 10 boxes. It was you know, as it was an expensive box. Looking forward to see what comes in that one. We also played on 2 of the Freddy boxes tonight. Again, little high end. We did play on one of the Star Wars ones as well. So SmyCon, awesome event. That probably the last one for this year. But yeah, man, really hits it well. SmyCon, definitely check it out. Was an awesome event. Still might have some pops available, maybe some of the pins available as well. Speaking of pins, all looks good. This coming Saturday night on the Etsy shop. I haven't decided a time. We will release the new limited edition LUAU pin. It's the Candyman Halloween pin with the Oompa Loompa. It looks cool. I like it. It's not quite in hand yet, but it is on the way. It will be available in the Etsy shop. And if you're a channel member, you might have some inside information on those pins come Thursday night. Maybe. We'll see. All right. So let's get to some. Actually, I have a letter. And people keep, I think I mentioned it once. We do have a competition going. So if you guys are inclined to do very cool stuff with Adobe and everything like that, we have a LUAU logo contest, a LUAU intro and outro video contest. If you have to do that, pop on Instagram and you'll see how to enter in. And very cool. You know, or if you know somebody, pass it on. $100 goes out to the winner of the logo, the intro, and the outro each. So very cool, and a couple more weeks to do it. Also want to give a big shout out to Wayne Co. Boom. I joined him last Friday night with Mr. TechBot. Very cool show that they do every Friday night. I think the Poppin' Duo was on this past weekend, and they did the chip of death. Ooh, I know I have it sitting over there. I haven't been tempted yet. But Wayne Co. definitely check him out. Very cool sticker as well. And Mr. TechBot, check them out. Very cool show on they do their normal channels, but they also do an event every Friday night. So very cool. Check it out. And what else? Giveaways, right? Where do I have it? I always speaking of giveaways, people keep sending messages and asking questions, and I'll bring them to you guys on the channel and answer them here. So one person asked, how many videos do I do? So how do I do it? So in reality, today was actually a day that I shot videos in the morning, and it was the first time probably in about a week and a half that I did do videos. And I keep a notebook very similar to this that has camera information as far as the dates, what the video was, and that's basically how I do it. I like to work anywhere between a week and a half to 2 weeks in advance, and that just gives me a little bit of buffer when kids get busy during the week and everything like that. I normally don't shoot anything. But you guys seem to like the little hunt video from last week, so I have done a couple here, a couple there. We had to go get this from Walmart the other day, so I filmed one and we did that. I think there's a Back to the Future one as well. But again, very cool. I enjoy it. But that is how I do the videos. So I do keep advance. I keep notes. And then I'll sit down and I'll literally do like a week to a week and a half of videos in one sitting, just editing, putting stuff together, and loading them up. And then normally I eventually go in a day or two later and I do the finishing touches on it, where I'll put little, you know, the little banners, and I'll change the heading. And then the last thing I do is make a thumbnail. So that's basically how we do it. So for people that ask, any other questions you guys have, send them to Instagram. I'll answer them, or I'll answer them here. All right. We got giveaways before we got Nick. Let's see. Where are we at? We are at the week of October 19th. We have a Chalice style mystery box, an anything mystery box, a regular LUAU mystery box. We have the wheel, which isn't here, but we have the wheel. If you want to do the wheel, we could do that live. We have the $30 PayPal credit, and we have the head-to-head if you feel lucky and, you know, you want to gamble a little bit. All right. So let's do this giveaway. We're going to pick 2 winners, and then we're going to bring Nick on. Bands for Arms, get your questions. And I think you're going to be interested to know, I don't think everyone knows everything that Nick does. I mean, there's the bands, there's the giving back he does. He was in the military, you know, so a serviceman there. That's not all. He's got some other projects. I mean, man, I'm not sure I know everything the man does. It's just tremendously interesting. I'm looking forward to it. All right. So let's see what we got. Let's get some comments up there. We have 70 comments. Are we ready? We're going to pick 2 winners. All right. And here we go. Let me get my pen so I am ready to go. And of course, when I grab a pen, I always like to grab my Pop Couple pen. Blame Pop Couple. All right. Let's hit it. Here we go. Winner number 1 of the weekly giveaway is going to be Candyman R.I.P. So Candyman, congratulations. Also, great mystery boxes. I hope you do more. And actually just watch Collector's Craze open one of your mystery boxes. So that's very cool. So Candyman, congratulations. Let's pick another winner. Let's make sure we're up to date. And yes, still 70. Winner number 2 is going to be, how about the man, the Soda Man, Soda King, Mr. Cope Fresh, who also did an auction last night. I actually hopped on and got one of his soda mystery boxes, and I was able to pick up the Sam Deluxe Pop, which was very cool because we actually went to, I had to go shopping with my kids for Halloween costumes this past week, and really like Sam, and so we had to pick that up. And I don't know, I'm not sure I'm going to go for the OG Sam, maybe, but I definitely wanted to get the that one. And the Spirit Halloween was actually sold out. I know they said they hardly had any and sold out, so I had to get it from Cope from the auctions. Also, hopefully everyone watched the Pop Couple auction, the Cheap and Nerdy auction. Everyone coming back, I think, to do more down the road. So November, a big time. And yes, I will be back, whatnot, Thanksgiving Eve. So when you have your turkey basting, when you're getting that stuffing going, and you're sitting down, letting all that stuff baste and simmer, 9 p.m. that Wednesday night, to come join me for version 4. As I said, I'm not sure I can top last week's, but maybe I'll try. All right. How's everyone doing in the chat? We got Pop Couple there. Hell, there's William. Tickles is in the chat. How are you? Mama J, how are you doing? Again, big Christmas Secret Santa coming up soon. Big shouts out to Mama J and Geeky Mama Bear for doing those kind of things. Awesome events. And Cope, man, I mean, honestly, guys, for another question we always get, and I know me and Sean got it live, was for people that are coming new to Whatnot and going on the auctions, what advice do we have? My advice is don't overwhelm yourself. Only list things that you're ready to handle within, that 2, 3, 4 day window. Get all your boxes together. Make sure you have a box for every item you're going to put up. That helps. And have fun with it. Honestly, just have fun with it. The auctions you just never know. You just never know. You never know. They're a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to having Logan and Grant on in a couple weeks. I think that's going to be awesome. So have fun with it. Enjoy it. And go in and check out all the auctions. You just never know what you might get. All right. So are we ready for Mr. Bands for Arms? So a little bit of history. Shouts out to Pop Couple, because Pop Couple, I think, did the first ever Bands for Arms mystery box battle. It was a lot of fun. And then it sort of COVID happened, and Nick then started to sell some mystery boxes online, and it just a little bit of everything. You've seen tons of Bands for Arms boxes openings from multitudes of different channels. Some of them had very cool names to the boxes. But inspired by @icons and a lot of the other things he did. You can hop on his website. He makes awesome masks. I have some that I keep in my car. I have a Scooby-Doo one, which is insane. I love it. There's been autographs. I know Pop and Dua has got one of his autographs. I think it was a Black Manta. So he's been involved with Black Manta. He's been involved with Wonder Woman, Scooby-Doo. We can see what else is on the horizon, what else may be coming out. I never knew the man sung until I found that out over the summer. He's just tremendously interesting. Here we go. Are we ready? Mr. Bands for Arms, I bring you Nick. And there we go.
What's going on, guys?
What is going on, Nick? Thank you for joining us.
Of course.
How are we doing on this wonderful Sunday?
Not too bad. I just closed up the shop. I closed it an hour early, but it's a little slow. So, yeah. How's your Sunday going?
It's not bad. Football Sunday. It's a little the cold weather starting to chime in here in the East Coast. So a little chilly, a little muggy, a little rainy.
Yeah, I was sprinkling here it hasn't rained here since, I don't know, January. So we got a little today, which was odd.
Well, at least it should be. Hopefully, it's cool in the shop.
It's actually cool right now. It's actually I'm actually freezing right now. It's odd.
For guys, if you don't know, when Nick and his brother do mystery boxes, they pack at night because it's cooler, but it's still kind of warm. And you normally pack what, 8 p.m. till like 2 a.m.
Usually, yeah. We start at 8 in the evening and then maybe end around 3 in the morning. And then I'll wake up at like 10 and then go pop hunting or go to LA and go pick up my pops. Yeah, it's a busy work.
And you guys want to see Funko Hollywood? Nick actually has some great Instagram videos where you actually see it in line and how those lines go a little bit crazy.
Yeah, depending. Like Cutie Corn, everybody was pretty much crazy for this Cutie Corn. The line was, from what people told me, it was as long as when the grand opening happened on November 18th last year. So
wow.
It was, yeah, people were going crazy. There was this little piece of corn. It's pretty cute, I think. But yeah.
And big shouts out for the guys of you who don't know, Mr. Collected, who was on the channel, who did some logos for me, actually the designer of Cutie Corn, or one of the winners of the design. So big shouts out to him. I know he was really very happy to see that. But, Hollywood exclusives are not going to come probably to the Funko shop. So, get on the Macari, get on the Whatnots, and check it out. Eventually, they'll be up.
I would wait just a couple weeks. I've seen the prices on Mercari and eBay, and people are going a little ridiculous on it. But Funko Hollywood has tons of them. They have a lot. So don't go crazy and jump on the bandwagon and pay $70, $80 for it. Just wait like a week or two. And yeah.
So while we have you, I am curious to know everything that you do. So, of course, the bands, which are incredible, the giving back, and again, thank you for your service for all that you've done for this country and protecting the country. That is awesome. But I mean, the shop, the bands, I think, are the most interesting part to me. And I actually have some that you signed. Thank you for sending them in. You guys can see that was awesome. I love that part. But what else? I mean, I know you were involved with Black Manta,
right?
Wonder Woman,
right?
Scooby Doo, and of course Wonder Woman. I think still I've heard Christmas. They hope Christmas Day.
Yeah, it was supposed to be this month, but then they pushed it to December, and I don't even know if that's going to happen. So yeah,
I think it's such a big movie. They want to have no COVID and people can just pound to the movie theaters. And I don't know Christmas if we're going to have it.
Right. We want it to be in the theaters. We need it to be in the theaters. Yeah.
Yeah, I think what Black Panther, or no, it was not Black Panther. Black Widow. They've already kicked that one and figured we're just going to summer.
Yep.
Hopefully by then.
Yep.
So let me think. So what? I guess tell people what do you? I mean, I also know you do some art as well from the different comics and things like that.
Yeah. So when I was working under Stan Lee before he passed away, after I got out of the military, I went and worked for POW Entertainment as his military liaison, and so I would contact bases for. He would get bands to rock bands to go play for free on military installations. And so I would be that middle person to go and check out which military installation a band can go play on for POW Entertainment. So while I was doing that, I was interested in painting. I did paint a little, but then he would fine tune me into details and into what to perfect on a canvas or when I would be sketching or whatnot. So yeah. So a little heartbroken when he passed away, obviously, but we have a memorial here in the shop dedicated for him. And the Marvel boxes, I'm almost done shipping them all out, but because I've been combining boxes with other boxes, and anyone who ordered the first Marvel mystery box run, it comes with a copied drawing that Stan Lee and I did. And it's the only document that he and I put together in constructing a bracelet. So
that is cool.
Yeah. So
where did the idea for the bracelets come? Because the bracelets, I love them. I think they're incredible. Where did that idea come from?
Well, it started with a Marine that I met in 2006. He was being bullied, and I basically took him under my wing. He's being bullied by the Marines that were in his platoon at my first command. And basically became a big brother to him, took him under my wing and became his mentor, talked about family, friends, whatever he wanted to talk about outside of the military. And the Marines were wondering why we were hanging out. And then eventually Marine after Marine decided to hang out with us. And basically down a 4-month deployment, those Marines that made fun of him, 17 of them, basically just took him as a friend and befriended him. And he asked for a piece of their uniform from their pocket. And then he constructed this bracelet to me. And he said, the body of this bracelet represents the 17 Marines. It's the uniforms from all the 17 Marines that befriended him. Wow. One end has a hoop, and that represents me. And then the other end has a button, which is a different piece. It's not cloth, but it is still part of the uniform. And then when latched together, that represents the friendship that was bonded on the ship from on my first deployment. The button represents him being the different piece. So when he gave it to me, he said, Nick, promise me that you'll continue to help others that come into your life. And so I did with Marines that came after his platoon left. And when I found out that he passed away in 2009, that's when, the crap hit the fan and with me. And I just when I went and visited his tomb in San Francisco, I took off the bracelet that he made me, laid it on his tomb, and continued and said, you know, I'm still going to keep my promise in helping others. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I drove down from San Francisco down to Orange County, and that's where I conceived the idea of Bands for Arms. So,
wow.
Yeah. And
I like it.
even today, I'm still doing, I mean, the Funko Pops is like kind of a twist in the company. I really didn't want to incorporate Funko Pops into Bands for Arms, but it kind of fell in because when I primarily brought these things into the Bands for Arms shop, they were supposed to be used as a tool to draw in more foot traffic into the shop because I wasn't getting a lot of foot traffic here in Anaheim. But the Funko Pops came in last year in May, and I had no clue what they were. I just knew that they had a big following. The reason why I'm attached to these Funko Pops is because I was a part of the Funko Pop movie that was supposed to be produced by Warner Brothers. And that kind of fell through the cracks, and the production, since COVID hit, kind of broke apart, and there's no Funko Pop movie anymore. We're contracted. We kind of just, got furloughed and waiting for a new project to get contracted to. So yeah, that's why there's Funko Pops in my life. It's not that I don't collect them. I mean, I do. I collect the ad icons and I collect the myths, but I'm not that like a hardcore Funko Pop collector. But yet I have one of the busiest shops here in Orange County.
And you just did a big outdoor pop swap meet,
right?
A couple weeks ago.
That was a couple weeks ago. Yeah. Didn't know what to expect. I put that all in my front yard. I had 16 vendors, and I had Pops with Purpose was there, and Mama J was even there too, and just visiting. And it was just, I couldn't believe how many people came for the event. So everybody benefited from it.
And Yo J's been out to see it. That was cool.
Yeah, Yo J was here in the summer. You know, he's very knowledgeable with the Funko Pops, and so I wanted to bring him out here. I asked my sponsor, Surfer Magazine, to fly him out here and for a few days and hang out with me. I think he was out here for a week. I think he was, yeah. As soon as he landed in LAX, we drove to Las Vegas and started pop hunting. I tired him out, but yeah, it's a good time. So,
and Mama Jason, she filmed it.
Yeah.
Pop with Purpose, they loved it.
Yeah.
Thank you for the $5 super chat, Pop Couple. Awesome. And yeah, Pop Couple was the first one I remember to bring up Bands for Arms in the mystery box. It's his first run. You guys, we can do a big box battle. And the rest is history. Then we found out, I remember in those boxes, we got some bands, which were really, really cool. And yeah, the rest is sort of history. Then it was, I think, Easter and the search for Planet Arlia. And I mean, we'll never forget Sean opening that Planet Arlia.
Does everybody know the story of how that happened? I don't think everybody knows. So
not everyone.
So when I was creating it was the Easter Troops mystery boxes. I think that's what I called it. And I wanted all the people that were local to pick up their boxes first. So I had them laid out in a section of my shop and just pick out their boxes and whatnot. And this guy, he ordered 3 of them, and he chose 6 boxes, and then he brought it down to 3. No, he brought it down to 4. And then out of the 4, he chose his 3. And obviously he didn't get the Planet Arlia. And so with that 4th box, he placed that box in Sean's box because I was packing up the orders. I was packing up the boxes. And he was like, if this guy gets Planet Arlia, don't tell me. So to this day, I haven't told him yet.
Hopefully he's not watching.
I did not pack that box that Sean. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was epic. And then it went on from there, from DC to Marvel to Star Wars, and then I think there's Freddy Funko Box. I mean, it just kept going on, and you could
Right.
never beat the price.
Right.
$12.99 shipped, and if you got in early, buy three get one free. I mean, it was unbelievable. All the
Right.
proceeds went to so many great charities. I mean, it's just so many to name, too many
Yeah.
to name, and it was such a great thing. It was awesome. So yeah, thank you. I mean, you really brought a lot of joy to a lot of people this summer, and as we get the boxes that you guys see them go up for the I just did add icons. You'll see those in about a week or so. But I mean, how you do it is just it's mind-boggling to me to do add icons and then to put them all there and 200 boxes. Oh my
I
goodness.
will say the challenging thing, and it was, I have to blame Pop Couple for this, because they're the ones who said maybe you should do like theme mystery boxes. This is way back after the initial of the COVID mystery boxes, and so I had the source to get the pops. This guy was a vendor at Frankensons, and he couldn't. I mean, Frankensons was obviously closed for a very long time, and so he contacted me saying, "You can come down to my storage unit and pick and choose." And he had thousands of pops in various storage units that he owned, and that's where I thought of the idea. Let's do themed mystery boxes. I will say, doing the themed mystery boxes and just solely focusing on just that particular theme, I'm going to say that slowed me down in the product, because I had to hunt for 200 of that themed pop. The hardest one that really took a long time to find were the ad icons, because they only made so many ad icons, and I really did not want to get like, I don't know, 150 Captain Crunches and put them all in a mystery box. I wanted to vary it so everybody got at least a good variety and hopefully not a duplicate. So
I think I opened 12 of them and I didn't get one duplicate.
well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's
It was
good.
good. And I want to see, I mean, some of the people, I mean, shouts out to Devin for the Devin Nons. I don't think Devin's here. It's still football season, so he gets real busy at that time. But Devin's ordered a lot of boxes. I think Hope's up there. Sean was pretty big with the boxes. So yeah. Keep looking, guys. You'll probably see him throughout the year.
Ago. Him and Mrs. Cope Fresh. Yeah, they were both.
Yes.
I had them working, let me tell you, and it was hot in the shop. So yeah.
It's California. It's California. That's how it is. Speaking of which, how is COVID right now in Anaheim for you guys?
So far the numbers here in Orange County are not too bad. There's a lot of animosity because Disneyland wants to open, all the theme parks want to open, but our governor doesn't want to open it because he feels like it might be a huge risk. But then we look at Florida's Walt Disney World and Universal and all that, and they seem to be doing fine. So I don't know. But I mean, as far as Orange County goes, it's not too bad. Everything seems normal, except just not going to a theme park.
Yeah, that's not too bad. And of course, movie theaters. I mean, even here in the East Coast, well, we're sort of open. But movie theaters here, it's right now it's a no-go, which is a shame.
Right. Yeah. Our movie theaters aren't open. I mean, everything's still limited capacity. I think Riverside County, they just started closing down again because their numbers started rising again.
Wow.
So, hopefully we won't, Orange County. So it's okay.
So let's see. Speaking of movies, like Black Manta, what did you do on Black Manta?
Black Manta. So I was the costume designer for Black Manta. How I got founded on that was I was helping my costume designer teacher at college, and where I was going to be a theater major at that time. I was a theater major. And so she asked me to go help her on some project, and they needed to do it within 2 weeks. And so I was building this Minion costume, and I didn't know what it was for, but I guess it was for a little dwarf guy to wear. So I built this Minion costume from foam, and then she tells me, "Oh, watch Jimmy Kimmel on Halloween." And so my costume was on Jimmy Kimmel. And so from Jimmy Kimmel, there were people from Warner Brothers in the audience, and they wanted to know who designed that costume. And so they pointed the direction into me and then said, "Hey, we have a project coming up. Do you think you would be able to do this project?" And so, yeah. And so they brought out Aquaman and then focusing it on Black Manta. And so I had a month and a half to finalize a design that I would construct out of air conditioning foam. So the whole costume is made out of air conditioning foam. Yeah.
Wow.
And yeah. If you were to pick up the whole costume of Black Manta, it does not weigh a lot. It does not. It looks heavy, but it's not.
Yeah. That's cool.
So from there, I did other side projects. I opened up my resume of what I can do as far as like storytelling or script writing and storyboarding. And then I went on to go do Scoob and Space Jam, which is coming out, I think, next year. And then I got brought on again to do another costume for Wonder Woman 1984. So I did Cheetah for that. Ooh. So just the bottom half, and then the makeup artist did the face. And there was another project I got signed up to. I don't know if I can mention it. Because production kind of just froze when COVID happened. And yeah, I'm not too familiar with creating these type of costumes, but I don't know. I can try. They like the drawing of it. They like the drawing of it. And so,
I mean, Scoob was awesome. I think people really loved the Scooby-Doo movie. I enjoyed it. It sort of was a take back to the old cartoon that I grew up with watching.
Right. Yeah. So when we were doing Scoob, when we were writing the script and storyboarding it and whatnot, I said, hey, why don't you target an audience that would be probably familiar with, if they look at an item like a hidden Easter egg. And so I presented them these two Funko Pops that somebody sent me, a Dynamite and Blue Falcon. And so the storyboarders gave it to the animation artist, and they drew it into the movie, which was pretty cool. So
yeah, I think that was I loved it.
Yeah. So
he just loved the Scooby-Doo movie.
Yeah. Future projects, I guess, that I can talk about. Flashpoint, that's coming out. I don't know what's going on with the production, but I am scheduled to be part of the villain that will be in that movie. So,
that's cool.
Yeah, I was given direction of who it will be, but then it changed, so I don't know who will be the villain.
Theaters are starting to come back a little bit. You're starting to see the TV shows premiering in November, December coming. So right. I think slowly things will start coming back.
Right. So we'll see. I mean, Hollywood is still kind of, they're in like the red zone, I guess. And so, I mean, like, we're still furloughed, anybody that works at Warner Brothers. So, I mean, I haven't been on studio since February. So I have been unemployed since, but I'm contracting these jobs and whatnot, saying, oh, you're going to do this once the studio opens. And so whatever. And in the meantime, to keep up with filming, I do side projects for Netflix. So that's what I came up with, a show focused around Funko Pops, and filming it as a pilot to a pilot project to present in March when it's pilot season, and show it to not only Netflix but other different channels that are streaming. So hopefully
that actually, I've seen that, McDork's Pops and Cheap and Nerdy were down there in Florida and to see Disney. That could be awesome. I remember shows I loved that, like the Toy Hunter and things like that. I mean, that could really be a very cool show.
Right. So it's just constructing the show in a way that not only will it entice the Funko Pop community, but other type of communities to focus and engage in. It's kind of like the Toys That Made Us, that type of show. It's going to be kind of like that, where it's more historical background of the Funko Pop and going to different houses and seeing other people's collections and things like that.
I like it. And I also have heard that that you're quite the singer.
I am. I've been singing since I was 14 years old. So, yeah. I guess. What do I say? I don't know. Where would you like to go with this? Because there's so many avenues of singing.
No, it's just like I wonder if there's anything you cannot do.
I don't know.
So how about this?
I get bored and I get challenged, and so to keep my mind busy, I have to keep on doing something. So, yeah.
To audience, you can't wait to see the Netflix show.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll get picked up. I'm hoping it gets picked up. There's a huge audience for the Funko community, so it's geared towards not only that community, but just anybody who's a toy collector.
So what is I know that you have some projects we can't talk about. Let's see. How about Space Jam? What can we? I know we all know Michael Jordan. Now LeBron James is going to take over.
Right. And so that actually should be done wrapping up in post-production. It's been filming for the past year and a half. So, it was supposed to be done for 2020, but since COVID, then people just started relaxing on the project and taking their time with it and refining it. So I was one of the storyboard artists for it. So, but there will be Funko Pops for it. Yeah.
Of course. So, I mean, although it's not finished, you may not have seen a finished version of it. Michael or LeBron?
Ooh.
Which one?
I'm going to have to say Michael. I like Michael Jordan. Yeah. I don't know if LeBron James can top what Michael did on the movie, so we'll see. It
was good. Definitely was good. And hopefully they have a good theme song, because everyone remembers R. Kelly. R. Kelly is what he is, but the song was maybe his biggest hit ever.
Right.
I mean, who doesn't remember that song? It worked perfectly. So hopefully they come up with a great song for it.
Hopefully.
We'll see. So what else what do you want to do? I mean, I know you've done school, and I mean, where do you see yourself?
Right now I'm also in limbo as far as like finishing my master's in film. And so I was scheduled to go to the American Film Institute in Hollywood starting this fall, but because of COVID, we can't have like in-class sessions, especially in Los Angeles. So I'm pushed back to next fall. So I can't finish anything. I'm in this in my life. I'm in this limbo state where I just have to wait. I mean, like so many other people in this country or in the world that have to wait.
Yep.
So, yeah.
And you do go to a lot of the convention type things and do drawings there, correct?
I do, yeah. And I mean, even that this year, I have not gone to a Comic-Con this year. And I'm usually an artist at all these cons that I do around the country. And either sketchbook artists on comics, or I don't know. But I can't do that either.
But hey, you brought us all these awesome mystery boxes. And for those of you saying, I know there's been one or two new ones that have come up here and there.
There are. So, like, I did say that I'm going to stop producing the mystery boxes, but Cope, he gave me the idea of, why don't you just do like a 6-pack mystery box? It'll be easier for you, Nick, because you want to open the shop and you want to focus on your customers, but you also want to not lose the customers that you made through this period of COVID. And so, I did one run of it just to test it out, and I ordered New York Comic Con pops when I got the lottery, and I mean, like, I don't collect them and I don't sell them here in the shop, so I'm going to use those for the boxes. And it did well. It did well. So I made one for Veterans Day. Released those today, and we'll see how it does. I will say it is easier. Cope was right. Just put them in a box, in a 6-count box, and slap a label on it. But I mean, I'm going to put it in another box and then slap the label on it, because I don't want damage to the initial box that they're going to be put in.
And I have heard that there is a downstairs to the Bands Farm shop, which may or may not be sort of like a Grail haven, from what I've heard.
That is Yojay's compartment. So we keep, whenever he comes down here, we put him down there and tie him up down there in the haunted basement. It is a haunted basement, supposedly. So the person who built this house was built in 1923. And this is what I found out this week. I went to go visit his house. It's his name is Hiram Kellogg, and he built houses here in Anaheim. And so we noticed that the construction underneath the house is his signature construction, and his house is haunted. So we have a feeling that maybe it's tied to what's haunting this house. And when I mean haunted, I don't mean like, ooh, spooky or whatnot. Just random things happen throughout the night or throughout the day that you really wouldn't expect happening. So yeah, and this Friday we're holding a haunted tour downstairs on Halloween Eve.
Oh wow!
At 11 at night, and every time I put these tours up, people they book it as soon as they can. But yeah, we used the basement to hold all the grails and whatnot, because I don't want them up here for people to see or have the temptation to buy. So they're down there, so I can easily pick them and just put them in the box. So yeah.
How about any new band runs coming up? I know you did one when you did your trip to Disney, which was awesome ones.
Every Veterans Day I do a historic line, and so I focus the collection around significant events that, like, wartime scenarios and whatnot, World War II, Civil War, depending on the uniforms that get donated throughout the year. It's a line that I dedicate all the historic uniforms I've received that were donated and shipped and whatnot, or uniforms that were given to me by the World War II Museum in New Orleans. And so I'll take those uniforms, look at them, and then construct a line that will focus specifically for whatever event happened during an important event, so to say. I mean, like, there are bracelets in the past where I've done the Arizona Memorial bracelet, or I've done the Normandy bracelet, just things like that, or the Vietnam War bracelet, and just using uniforms that were from that war for that bracelet line. So we'll see. Every year I do a donation to the National World War II Museum in New Orleans. It's the only museum in the country. Well, the USS Arizona, they have a small collection of my bracelets. I don't know if it's on display right now because of COVID. But the World War II Museum in New Orleans, they have a dedicated room. You have to pay like a fee to go take this private tour, but it's really cool. It's the Stephen Ambrose room, and Stephen Ambrose, the one who wrote Band of Brothers.
Yep.
So all his relics are in this room, and in there are the bracelet cases of the collections that I've made, and they're on display. So it's pretty cool. Yeah.
And for guys you guys don't know, you guys can hop on the website when Nick has bracelets and get them. And for those of you who don't know, I mean, I guess tell people about the bracelets for those who don't know, who've never had one.
Let's see. Let me see if I have any around me. But
here, this is one of my favorites, guys. This is a Mickey bracelet that I had that I was able to get.
I wonder if I have. Let me see what I got around here. So, okay, like we do all types of bracelets. It could be from the cloth part of the uniform, or it could be a button. There's a button on here on a beaded type bracelet.
Mm-hmm.
And so we try to use as much of the uniform as possible to create not just bracelets, but little art pieces and whatnot. And pretty much we take down the uniform, break it apart, turn them into bracelets. We can get 50 to 60 bracelets per uniform. And then once we sell them, 50% of it goes back to the charities or a dedicated charity that we're focused on. And that is pretty much the whole mission of Ants for Arms. And then with the bracelet comes a description of the service member who donated their uniform. Yep. So that's the most important part of receiving the bracelet. I know I've given bracelets out here and there and not included the service member uniform, but I make it an emphasis to my volunteers to always attach the service member who donated their uniform, because the whole purpose of the bracelet is to give honor to the person who served our country and then have it as a remembrance for the person who wears it.
For sure. Yeah, I love them. And guys, you should, I mean, the mask too. I mean, you make the masks, and your masks are like top notch. I have my Cube one, which is one of my favorite ones to wear out, and I cannot tell you how many people ask me, "Oh my God, where did you get that?"
Yeah, that was an adventure too. I didn't know how to make a mask in the beginning when all this happened, but my brother was like, "You should make masks because people are probably going to buy them all out, and people are going to need masks." I'm like, all right, I'll learn how to make it. And so the first mask I made, it fell apart. So yeah, it was all an experiment in the beginning, but yeah. I kind of weaned off it because now masks are available almost everywhere you go. So yeah.
Still cool. Let's see if we got any questions you guys want to ask. Let's see. Here we go. YouTube piece. Such a great story, Nick. Awesome.
Thanks.
We got Tickles Geeky Mama Bear in the house. How are you, Juliana? Let's see. Ask away, guys. Any questions you want? Ask away.
I see so many familiar faces. Well, names. I should say names, not faces.
So someone wanted to ask, because possibly Sean's going to come out for a visit to see you. Do you have any clowns in the basement for him?
I've got porcelain dolls down in the basement, so they're ready for him. So, yeah. Hi, Geeky Mama Bear. Let's see. I'm scrolling down through the chat too.
I guess they're saying, what is the current? Because I know there was an issue with one of the main website.
Yeah, so one of the websites, the original website, kind of crashed, and so it wasn't taking. I mean, you could see it, you could go on it, but it wasn't taking anybody's orders. So I don't know, Square. I don't know what. I put in a trouble ticket for it, so I created a temporary site for it. But I actually like this temporary site better than what Square was doing, because I can. It's just easier to manage.
Yep.
And look up people's orders and whatnot. I mean, I'm still working off the old website. People are still getting tracking from Square, but they're also getting tracking from this new site. So. Yeah, I don't think it's alerting people on their cell phone that a shipment has been sent on this new site, but yeah, still learning about it.
Here, John is wondering, in mystery boxes, do you put any with bands of brothers?
Yes, so there is a mystery box set. It's that I do put a bracelet in. It's called the Buy For You. We send them mystery box, and so this is just a random box that has a pop in it, but you'll also get a bracelet in it. And then with that, because it is $15 for the mystery box, we send a free mystery box to a service member serving here, either in the country or overseas. So, and then on your shipping label, I tell you where or which country it was sent to that we're sending the mystery box to. So, yeah.
William, thanking you for your service.
Oh, thanks, Will.
And Marlana asking, what is the temporary? What is the new website? The
temporary site is it's Pop, and it's POPN Pops. That's what it is. popandpops.com. So yeah, if you're following my Instagram, it's the link on the bio, and it'll direct you to there. So www.popandpops.com. That's what it is.
Who's the better box packer, Yoj or Cope? Wow.
Ooh, well, I'm gonna have to say Cope. I know Yoj's my boy, and I call Yoj anytime I need help. I love Yoj, but Cope, he was on it. Him and Mrs. Cope Fresh. They were on it. They were like, we need to do this. We need to do this. And they were pumping out the boxes. But with Yoj, if I turn on the TV and a music video comes on, he'll be like, ooh, what's that?
Cap now saying, because if Sean makes it out there, Sean's going to suck.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm trying to get my sponsors to fly him out here for the 1-year anniversary of Funko Hollywood. So far it's looking positive. I haven't gotten firm confirmation for Sean. I know he's been hounding me with, what's the word? I really want Sean to come out here because, I mean, in the beginning, when Sean first bought my mystery boxes, I remember he said, I don't know, I don't trust this, and blah blah blah, and I don't know. It was just, but then we became friends, which was cool. And then, then he became a person that I could, go to and talk about things that were other than Funko, and which was really cool. And so
is a very awesome guy. For people that you see him on the videos and you see him live with me. We do our Thursday things. He's just like that in real life, a real person. He's no different, and he does truly have a heart of gold. So.
He does. And so, it's just, it'll complete the circled pattern, I guess. Just to meet him and hang out with him and bull crap and all that good stuff.
If you ever make it to Virginia, you got to go see the place, because his house is kind of like, it's kind of like a museum in itself as well. Everywhere you look, it's something. I mean, everywhere you go, it's laid out. There's something there to look at.
Right. It's just, and I hope I can get an opportunity to go out there and film him and put him as part of the series for the show.
Oh,
yeah. So I want to go to as many places as I can that allow me, where I don't have to, stay in quarantine before I explore the state. But yeah, Virginia is one of Virginia and Washington D.C. area. Those are one of those locations there. I mean, I usually visit them frequently, annually, specifically for the Pentagon. So I'll go there and go visit the Pentagon and go meet all the officials that have helped and sponsored Bands for Arms since I started. So, yeah.
So here, Mr. Fox Crown is asking, who is the better long-term grail, Planet Arlia or Chromo Bismol?
Yeah, it's an internal joke. I don't know. It just, I'm going to say, we won't go for the chrono side. A little animosity there going on. It's just, I do suffer with PTSD, and I do have a mental health, I don't want to say condition, but, I do suffer with depression and anxiety, but I do play it off very well as an actor and not show the audience what I do have, I guess, as far as a disability goes. I don't really like to brag about it, but when I do, I'm going to make it known. And so when I do talk about that. People think that I'm using that as a tool to gain attention. And so unfortunately, Chronotoys, they use that to their advantage to talk down on me to their customers who are also my customers. And, it's just disheartening to find this out last week when, like, I thought it was, maybe it's just coming from this one customer. But then other customers also heard it that approached me after I made that post about them. And it's just, I've supported their small business. I've brought YouTubers there and I've brought different customers. I even recommend their shop after people come and visit my shop. Yep. So yeah, it's just, I'm still a little bitter about it, but whatever, move on.
And here we have another one of your great, who actually, maybe this was one of the first people to actually film in Bands for Arms. I know Top Pops was there.
Top Pops was here. Yeah, he was here in January.
Was up there as well pretty early on.
Pops with Purpose was actually the first YouTuber people, I guess, to come out and visit the shop. I actually don't know how Michael and Faith found out about my shop. Maybe through Instagram, I'm assuming. And so they came in here and like filmed like all the games and the mystery bags, which are what draws so many people into this shop. It's the mystery bags. We don't put Funko Pops in the bags. We put slips. So it could be a gift certificate. It could be a game to play. And so Michael and Faith, they just, for the first time meeting them, like they were just so like in awe with this shop. And so, yeah, they filmed it. And I know that's how I became friends with Mama J and Spectre. Mm-hmm. They were the next YouTubers. And then who else? Four Pack came to the shop and like they were cool to meet. And so from there, that's where it
all started from there.
Yeah.
And Michael is asking, will you do a Pearl Harbor bracelet for December 7th this year?
Yes, every year I do a Pearl Harbor bracelet for December 7th. And so we use Navy World War II uniforms for that. I am one of not too many small businesses that support the Arizona Memorial. Unfortunately, it's not a state-funded memorial park. And they rely on businesses to keep the upkeep of the memorial itself and the grounds of where all the visitors go before they go on a ferry boat to go see the actual memorial. And
beautiful place. I was there with my mother in 1989, and I remember it to this day like it was yesterday.
Yeah,
still going out and still seeing the bubbles coming up. It was.
Yeah, there was a point where. It was in 2018. The ferry dock that's on the memorial, it was deteriorating, and they didn't have enough funding for it. So visitors could not dock onto the memorial for a good amount of time. And then when that was presented to me, when I went and visited, they said, "Yeah, we're running out of funding. We can't repair this. We need to repair it, but we don't have funding for it." And so I created like this mini, I guess, line of bracelets, and that initiated other businesses, bigger businesses, to see that a small business is here helping this, memorial. This is part of our history. I think we should be part of this project too. And so other businesses started jumping in on supporting. And so eventually, before December 7th, they got that dock repaired and visitors could go back on to the memorial.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I know Michael was actually just celebrating. You got to correct me, Michael, which one it was. Was it 30 or 25 year anniversary in Hawaii? So
yeah, awesome. That's right. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's certainly breathtaking once you go there and just seeing the oil bubbles that continue to release from the ship underneath. It's
something.
Yeah.
They used to escort war vets around the memorial.
Yep. That is true. Everybody that volunteers there is a service member, and they volunteer their time. That's actually their duty station when they are on the memorial grounds.
So we know you can sing. We know you do costumes and everything like that. How about one of these days when we're going to see Nick, the actor?
I have done acting already, so I mean that's primarily what got me into the film industry. Um, my first acting job was a McDonald's commercial. So yeah, it was back in 1997.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's the bug that bit me to get into film and acting and whatnot. And so I guess from there, using my musical ability, that got me onto American Idol. So I got onto American Idol, made it to the top 200 from America to the Hollywood round, but then they found out that I'm part of the Screen Actors Guild, and so they didn't use me, which was whatever. What else? Last year, or no, it was this year, The Last Full Measure, that I'm an actor in there. It's with Samuel L. Jackson, Sebastian Stan, Peter Fonda. Good cast of people, and good people to meet and talk to.
Mm-hmm.
When we were in Georgia filming this movie, I was back in the green room with Samuel L. Jackson and Alison Sudol, if you know her from what is it? Not the Harry Potter movie, the other one, Popcorn. Yeah, but
yeah, I forget what it's called.
I wish I had a pop to look at so I can reference off it.
Pop couple, where's Lisa when you need her?
But yeah, we were just in the green room, and I was rehearsing some acting lines because I had to give a monologue as part of my midterm. And so Samuel L. Jackson saw me, and he was like, "What are you doing over there?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm just talking to myself. I'm doing a monologue because I have a monologue I have to present." And so he was like, "Okay, well, present it to me. Let me see what you can do." So I did it, and he was like, "Wow, that was crap. That was horrible." And so then he was like, "Well, let me teach you what this line means and what you should emphasize on how to act it." And so for a good hour, we pretty much broke down the monologue, and he was teaching me to present it. And so I'll never forget that. It's pretty cool.
I mean, that when you talk Samuel L. Jackson, the amount of stuff that man has done, I mean, he can go from a bad guy to a good guy to somewhere in between. I mean, it's amazing all the body of work that he's done in his career.
Yeah,
so that man, that's a memorable moment.
It was a long day of filming. We got there at 10 a.m. that morning, and then we were still filming at 3 a.m. and yeah, it was a tiring day. And Sebastian, he was there in the green room with me too, and he was he was living off of fruit snacks. I went up to him, I'm like, "So what's your favorite fruit snack?" Anything, I'm freaking hungry. He's a good guy too. He's really cool.
Hey, he seems, and I mean, I think he's got I guess sort of a Disney show coming up soon.
Oh yeah?
I think it's one of the Marvel shows that probably pushed back a year or so. But yeah, I think
probably.
Mackie.
A lot of people want to know the backstory to Bucky, so I'm sure it's going to be focused on his history of how he became Bucky.
Very cool. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what else.
Beast. That's what it is.
Fantastic Beasts. Yes, I mean, I think I've watched them, but they never hit me as well as Harry Potter did. Harry Potter was just like, boom.
Yeah. Right. So it's pretty cool. I mean, we have a display for them in Warner Brothers for the tourists that want to take the tour. We take them to a section of the Harry Potter DC section, and all the stuff from that movie Fantastic Beasts are there for significant pieces that people can recognize and take pictures of. It's pretty cool.
So were you ever able to keep anything that you've done, any suits or anything like that?
No, but the material that I used to construct, I have a lot of it. only because I had excess of it, and so I've used that and I've turned those into bracelets. I would cut for that and incorporate it into a bracelet. So yeah,
That's cool.
hmm
That's cool. So how about anything next on the horizon? I mean, we know, movies, Wonder Woman again, Christmas, maybe, hopefully. But
maybe.
Space Jam 2 coming soon.
Right.
What else? Anything else that we could talk about that,
No,
or you're allowed to?
Like all that I guess I can talk about is Flashpoint, but I don't even know with that. We can't do anything until like the script has been officially finished, and then from there, that's when we can work on other projects. I guess I guess I can say this. I was slated to do the movie Wicked, so yeah, that I guess that's what I was holding back on. I don't know if I could talk about it, but Wicked is a movie that I'm also contracted to create the dress for Glinda the Good Witch.
Ooh.
And so, but we don't even know if that's going to continue filming. So it's on halt right now. We don't know if we could produce it. We don't even know if there's funding to produce it. So
yeah. Definitely would be an awesome one for sure.
Yeah. So, but other than that, that's pretty much all that I have film wise or career wise. A lot of people think that my Funko shop is what I do for a living. It's not actually what I do for a living. It's a hobby. It's a hobby, and it's a project that is part of the Bands Farms mission. So, but it is fun. I mean, I get to meet all these new faces that come into the shop and nerd out with them and talk about Funko Pops or comic books or whatever. And
I love looking at the background. I'm seeing, little Mike Wazowski, little Sully action up there in the top corner.
Yeah. I will say I have I've gotten into collecting the mystery minifigures. I don't know. There's just something about opening a mystery box that's enticing. Yeah, I'm on the mission to find the Stretch Armstrong to complete my Retro Toys mystery mini. Yeah, I have all of them up there, even the flocked my whatever that little blue creature is.
Oh, My Pet Monster.
My Pet Monster, yeah. So I just need Stretch Armstrong, and I thought I would have gotten them out of all the boxes that I invested my money into getting. So now I have all these little retro toys, and so whenever kids come in, I just give it to them. Here, have this.
Oh yeah, there's Cope saying it was a blast opening minis in the shop.
It was, yeah.
Here, you two asking, you're always super busy. How can you fit it all in? I wonder how much you sleep.
I rarely sleep, I guess. I mean, I sleep maybe 4 or 5 hours a night. I here's a typical Sunday. I would close my shop at 7, go out and get something to eat, and then come back, and because my brother, he went back to work. He's a manager at Nordstrom's, and wait for him, and then he'll make the boxes. He'll form the boxes. I'll cut the bubble wrap, and then we'll switch off. He'll select the pops that are around the shop. Even though it looks like a shop, a Funko Pop shop, it's actually constructed for him to pick and choose which pops he wants to put in the boxes. And then he'll wrap them up, and then we'll pile them on one side of the shop, or we'll put them in storage when I'm ready to use those boxes. And yeah, it's just a continuous cycle of doing these boxes. Yeah.
It's definitely a labor of love. And for those of you asking, when you order the box, make sure you look at the description, because Nick will tell you when it's going to ship.
Yeah, and I unfortunately, through the month of August, I did not ship. And the reason why I did that is because, I mean, I was shipping in August, but my packages were either being held at LAX, or they were being returned to me, or I don't know. It was all, I guess with the new postmaster changing up the rules and not having overtime at working at the post office, and it's just it was a headache where I would get the postman to come visit me 5 days a week, where it became 1 or 2 days a week, maybe one or maybe none. And so, you know, my shop was left with all these boxes, and then in order for me to produce more boxes, I need to clear out those boxes so I can put out more boxes. And so it just became a big mess, and I just stopped in August, and it was just becoming a headache. And so I waited until whatever USPS settled on and agreed, and so far everything is back to normal again. So they're on their schedules picking up my packages 5 days a week. I could go to the post office, but then I have to wait in line, box after box. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Yeah.
And some of those boxes, I mean, you were made famous, definitely the big Walmart boxes, because, you know, if you get a big Walmart box, chances are you have all the. I also like the new name tags.
Yeah.
But the name tags are awesome. I love the name tags.
The hello, I'm.
Yes.
Yeah. So this came about using these when I started getting Karens as customers, and so yeah, I wanted to use that, and I was gonna initially just use those for the Karen and the Kevin mystery boxes, but then I was like, oh, I got to do these to all the mystery boxes. And
yeah, I loved. I mean, I love the sticky notes, but these just took it to a whole new level.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I think I got a couple from Sean, and they actually he left them on when he sent me something. It was the Dr. Clickbait video, or one of those funny ones.
Yeah.
So let's see, with all the Funko Pops, and, you know, you collect someone, what is your favorite Funko Pop?
What is my favorite?
The one you look at and you like it the best. Your favorite?
Honestly, I would say the old school Toucan Sam Funko Pop.
Ooh, so, okay.
Yeah. I mean, the metallic one's pretty cool, but yeah. Maybe it's because it was my first, like, Grail, I guess, and I didn't understand what the word Grail meant when people were like, do you have Grails in your shop? And I didn't know what that meant. When I opened this shop last May and with Funko Pops, people were just asking me questions that I was like, what are you talking about?
What is a Grail?
I didn't even know what Dragon Ball.
I don't know if we exactly know what the terminology Grail means. It's not necessarily the most expensive. It's what's the Grail for you? What is that one that's just, oh my goodness?
Yeah, I mean, Fruit Loops. I mean, that was one of my favorite cereals growing up, and so I guess it was iconic to me to have that as a Funko Pop in my shop. And so it's here. It's on display up on my ad icon shelf here. So, but a lot of people want to buy it, but I'm like, oh, sorry, it's not for sale.
Yeah, I like the. Is there a story with the skeleton zombie behind you?
Oh, Grandma? No, we're just getting ready for every year in my neighborhood. We have at least 2,000-3,000 kids that come here and trick or treat, and so I'm one of the main shops that they come visit because I do a haunted house, but we can't have haunted houses here. So we're decorating the windows and decorating the whole shop like it's what do you call it? Little shop of horrors. So we have all these like little Venus flytraps around, and we're gonna decorate the windows like that, and so kids can come and look. And
so they are gonna allow trick or treat in your area?
We are. They say it's not recommended, but I already know that there are going to be kids going down the street. It's a very famous street, but we'll do it safely, of course. We're gonna obviously not be outside when we usually are, and we have like 6 people that hand out candy. Last year we spent close to $600 on candy, and we were out within 3 hours, giving them one piece.
Wow.
Yeah.
Make sure you get the Mars stuff, not that other company that starts with an H.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Cope said it looked like the grandma moved.
Yeah, Grandma
Oh,
moved. She was there by she was the doorkeeper, so customers wouldn't walk past her. So yeah, she moved. She's right there watching.
yeah, Grump. They need to do trick or treat in your area. I think you'd be a fun trick or treater. Come knock on your
Oh,
door.
yeah.
That's,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's basically canceled, but I don't know. Everybody down the neighborhood has been decorating their houses, so I guess we'll
there's
partake in.
always ways to do it. I mean, we're still doing it here, but it's probably a 50-50 how many people are actually going to do it. People, I think, if they're going to lay the candy out at the driveway and they'll do that. I don't think they want the kids going to the door and ringing the doorbell, but
Right, right. So
we'll
we
see how it goes.
did this little tube thing that a skeleton's holding at the other end, and so we just shoot down the candy. The kids will put the bag underneath the chute, and then
I like that. That's awesome.
yeah, yeah.
We might need a YouTube or a Instagram video or a photo of this.
Oh, of course, it'll be shown. Trust me.
Candyman saying grandma's still moving. Hey, and
Just throw the candy at the kids. We were gonna do that. Wendy, she's my helper. She came here from Las Vegas, and so we were gonna go on the roof of the shop and just throw candy at the kids, but we don't want to injure the kids.
No, I don't want to take any kids out on Halloween. No. How about you're a movie guy? How about what is your favorite? Since we're sort of in that Halloween, what's your favorite Halloween movie?
Ooh, well,
Favorite scary movie?
I don't like Halloween. That movie just Michael Myers is not my favorite villain, I guess so to say. So it's creepy, but I guess my favorite Halloween movie would be any of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Freddy Krueger. I mean, I grew up with Freddy Krueger as a kid, and I don't even know if I was supposed to be watching it as an 8-year-old kid, but definitely left a scar in my mind. And so, it's just one of those movies.
Here we go. Pop couple saying send on to Michael Myers.
The Michael Myers pops, please.
That would be cool one day if you ever had an opportunity to work on if they ever. I'm sure one day they'll make another Freddy or they'll bring something out again. That would be a cool one.
Yeah, hopefully. I would love to do any horror movies are my primary go-to that I like to film. I love filming horror. It's one of my favorites. It's easy, it's cheap, it's inexpensive, and you can get creative. And so, yeah.
What about directing? I think you have a great idea with the show, but do you ever see yourself one day maybe saying?
So that's initially what I'm going to school for, to get my master's in directing and producing. So as much as I like filming and being the creative aspect of it, I also like directing it and making sure that it's the way that the movie should be going, or the show how it should be going. So I don't know. We'll see. I have to open more avenues and doors and get to know more people. But so far under my belt, I've only worked under Ron Howard, which is pretty cool. I designed a bracelet for his father. His father was suffering from Alzheimer's disease, and so we did a fundraising event for him at the Directors Guild of America. He made a film for his dad, and his dad was actually in the film as one of the main actors.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. And so it debuted. We got to meet his father, and then 2 weeks later, his father passed away, which was very unfortunate.
Yeah.
But I got to get his uniform from Ron and made bracelets for his family.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
So because of that, now I have Ron Howard as one of my mentors that I can go to as far as someone I can.
Yeah, he's something, and as well as his daughter. I mean, daughter really an up and coming actress.
Mm-hmm. Yep. She's really cool. Yeah, very humble. Both of them are very humble.
I'm sure. I can't wait to see. I know they have another Jurassic Park on the horizon, so that should be, I'm sure, pushed back a year, but
yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure Bryce loved.
Yeah, I think I saw somewhere where we're having another 1 or 2 more Michael Myers movies coming.
Oh no. They killed him by now. Just keeps popping out of nowhere.
He does. He does. It's a little freaky. We watched that last one a month or 2 ago. Me and my wife watched it, and we were just like, oh my goodness, how can they do this? And she's trying to figure it out. And I'm like, all right, so take the first movie, but remember, part 2 doesn't happen in the hospital. This is technically the part 2. And she's like, this makes no sense. I said, it's how it is.
Yeah. That's one way to kill a line of movies. It's just creating more sequels and prequels, and
so many people did it. I remember Rob Zombie had put his name in the hat for, and they were cool. They were just a different take on it. It was cool, but there were many of them.
Mm-hmm.
So many of them, and yeah, he's a little freaky.
Yeah,
not as bad as like the Annabelles and the Bagools and things like that. That was a little much for me, but
yeah. The Saw movies. I got to meet the director for that, all the Saw movies, and that movie's just too gory for me.
I thought the first 2 good, and then it was stretching out after that.
Yeah.
A little okay, all right. Probably time to end them.
Yeah.
We've seen enough. I don't know where else we can go from here.
Yeah.
Well, we're about that time, guys. So Nick, thank you for joining me, but I always let the guests take us out. Anything you want to bring up, talk about, plug on the way out? And I'm hoping these bracelets on December 7th for Pearl Harbor might be an online release too.
They will be an online release. Yeah.
Okay. Anything you want to take us out with? The floor is yours.
No, I am definitely appreciative of everyone coming and supporting Bands for Arms. I know with the mystery boxes, I always get the emails with, where's my boxes? But it's like, I'm trying, folks. I'm trying. A lot of what holds me back is the funding for the shipping. I totally rely on my sponsor to give me the grant to have this allotted money for shipping. And so whenever that's given to me every other week, I have to use it to my advantage and incorporate as many boxes as I can to fit in like a large box. And so I'm definitely appreciative of everyone that's patient with me. I know I'm not like Chalice, or I'm not like Chronotoys, or that just constantly just produce them and then push them out whenever they can. I know, and I don't want to say I know, but it's just, I'm not going to talk bad about them, but yeah. I'll just say they don't put as much thought as what my brother and I do every night. So
I think we all would agree to that. And I know I don't see him in the chat, but if Ed watches this back, good old Ed from Pop Drunk, he would definitely have to concur with Witchy Poos and Baseball Furies. And
yeah, I constantly get those in my shop, people wanting to trade them and try and sell them to me, but it's just like, no, I'm good with a set that's on the shelf right now that's been sitting there for months. So, but yeah, it just, and I hear all the horror stories of other different mystery boxes that get repeats of, anime. Not that I'm hounding or putting down anime. I think there are some anime pops that are so cool, but when it's a box line and you're getting like 4 of the same pop, it's just, that's what I'm trying to avoid with my mystery boxes, and giving the consumer, the supporter, a different variety. But yeah, like again, I'm very appreciative of everyone that has supported me and the mission and patience. Thank you for your patience. Yeah, it so far right now everything is going well as far as like shipping goes, and I mean there was a little holdback on ordering my boxes because they were down for like a whole week, so it was like a week without mystery boxes. It's been a headache, but I'm pushing through.
Awesome. Guys, definitely go support Nick. Check out the bands. check out the new website. And if you're going to get boxes, post it, follow them on Instagram. Have a wonderful, safe Halloween event. If you guys are trick-or-treating in your area, be safe, be well. I'll see you Thursday night with Sean on his channel. And if you are a channel member, I'll see you Thursday night, probably around 10:30 here. We'll have some giveaways. Don't forget Cheap and Nerdy, the Salty Truth tomorrow morning. You don't want to miss that.
No.
And hopefully next year we see Nick's Funko Pop TV show, which I think sounds amazing.
Oh yeah. Everybody needs to go and support it if and when it comes out, please.
Oh, yeah. Looks awesome. Can't wait. And hopefully we see Wonder Woman on Christmas. I think that looks incredible. That cheetah outfit looks insane. I can't wait to see it in film.
Yeah.
So awesome stuff with Bands for Arms. Thanks, Nick, for joining me. And guys, be safe, be well. We'll see you next week with Bearded Pop Hunter. You're not going to want to miss that. Until then, be safe, be well, peace, and love. We're out.